So here we are. Podcast number 24.
We broadcasting live here, pal?
Yeah, we're live.
All right. Like what's going on?
Yeah.
New studio. It's been much ballyhooed.
Ballyhooed?
Yeah.
Do you really have to start the podcast off with such a word?
Yeah, it's been... Do you not know what that means?
You know I don't know what it means. Hey listeners, Retep here. Do you like beer, cigars, and wine as much as I do? Then check out one of our Of the Month subscription clubs on our sponsors page. They make a great gift, and you'll be helping the show out. So head on over to our sponsors page and click through one of the banners to get a great deal on beer, wine, cigar, and pizza of the month clubs.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
Pop a little juice in my cans.
What? Oh, a little...
I couldn't hear anything.
I literally thought that you had, like, cans and juice.
I would love a glass of juice right now.
Yeah, because you haven't eaten in, what's it been now?
It's not exactly true. But this is the 8th day of, like, a cleanse.
Yeah, I mean, you've been... And surprisingly, I thought you were going to be much more miserable than you are.
I'm definitely like at my wit's end with it now. Thank God today's the last day because I'm starting to get hungry.
I don't believe you didn't cheat. I think you cheated.
No, because this isn't a true cleanse because
you cheated.
6 of the 8 days you're allowed a decent sized meal in the middle of the day.
So what size can the meal be?
Up to 600 calories.
So how many calories did you go over in total?
Well, because my go-to meal was 610. I went over by like 60 total. Because I was doing the Quiznos Sonoma turkey flatbread. which is delicious, but I had it again today, and I was like, if I ever see another one of these, I'm going to fucking vomit everywhere.
Well, and then like a school child, you faked sick on Saturday into Sunday, and how many ginger ales did you have?
I did have like 3 glasses of ginger ale. But that said... I was legitimately sick. I had 102 temperature. That's pretty... Dude, 102 is no joke.
No, I mean...
You start getting brain damage at like 105.
Was the thermometer the back of your girlfriend's hand?
Yeah. She said, "You're burning up, babe." I was like, I'm 102. Get me some ginger ale. And some pepperoni sticks.
I'm curious, what prompted you to start to want to do this cleanse?
It's just been a long... brutal summer of like bad eating and drinking because I had 4 bachelor parties and this weekend I'm going to my 4th wedding and just a lot of trips and like a lot of barbecues and like I ate like shit all summer. Yeah. And so I was just like, I'm going to Cabo in November.
Ah, yes. So
I was like, I don't want to just go to Cabo and feel just like the fattest, whitest person at the entire beach. So
I honestly see no difference whatsoever. Are you going to show me the before and after picture?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not taking the after till tomorrow, though.
Yeah.
I need one more solid night of fat burning. Dude, but I'll tell you what.
Are you gonna?
Saturday, literally woke up at 8 a.m. and did projects until 2 in the morning. It was the most productive day I've ever had.
You did projects.
I installed a cat door.
A cat door.
A cat flap. Because I wanted them to be able to have their own little realm with a fun little door.
Yeah. I mean, What
did you do Saturday? You went to a bachelor party and got even fatter.
Well, yeah, I did eat McDonald's at the end of the night.
By the way, little sidebar here. What's going on with you? Because you were on like a healthy eating kick and you were working out, and like you're literally just pulling the ripcord right now.
Do I look fatter?
It's hard to tell because you've been wearing like night shirts to work every day. That are hiding your giant belly.
Night shirts.
But you I can tell by the way that you've been eating. You've been eating Taco Bell.
Sure.
How many pizza meals did you have in a row?
Yeah, I mean it was like for 3 days. I'm not proud of it. But yeah, I mean as far as pulling the ripcord goes, yes I did. I went on vacation. So you went on a cleanse, I was on vacation for 2 weeks and I never recovered from when I got back. I just kept eating.
I know. Dude, I know how that goes. But see, now I feel like is the time to just do like a mini fitness kick because as soon as mid-November hits, it's just 6 weeks of just eating sweets.
I don't eat sweets.
The only time of year I eat sweets is Thanksgiving to New Year's. Cookies are laying around.
Yeah.
Drinking like dark beers. I probably ingest as many calories the 6 weeks between Thanksgiving and New Year's as I do the rest of the year.
Wow.
Lasagna. I'll have a piece of lasagna as a snack.
What's your top weight?
178, which I was just before the cleanse.
Okay.
I'm only 5'10", so 178 on that's the heaviest I've ever been by probably a good 8 pounds.
You are really small, aren't you?
Well, I mean, I'm all muscle.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm like a little...
You're mostly bone.
I look like I should play tailback for the Dallas Cowboys. Because that's what my legs and butt look like.
You're mostly bone. Face it.
But yeah, I'm down to 166.
Yeah,
that's called an unhealthy weight loss.
Yeah. Well, I guess. I mean, what's the average? What are you supposed to be at? I'm sure you've been told.
When I look good, I'm like 165. But yeah, I mean, losing 13 pounds in 8 days is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
you need to do that 5 straight times.
You just said that you can't even tell if I've grown fatter.
You're looking big, boy.
My face.
I actually had a conversation with Josh and Yvette. Where you were just lurching away from us down the hall at work, and I was like, "Do you think the people on the other shows are just like, what's with the security guard those guys hired?"
Why? Because I'm actually all muscle.
You just look like a big oaf.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm really smart,
and you also have a limp because of your wooden leg.
I don't limp.
We were looking at you. I was like, he is limping.
Were you guys fucking analyzing the way I was
weird.
walking?
It just looked like an elephant lumbering between the cubicles. I think you scared the other people.
God, I fucking
especially now that you have the cheered back.
Listen, can you? I've had the cheered for literally like 8 months, but can you just keep your bullshit shit talking like to yourself and the people you're doing it with? Because sometimes I forget that everybody talks shit. And then when somebody was like, I was talking shit, like...
Well, how about the other day when we went to lunch with other employees that I don't have an out-of-work relationship with, and I said something and you were like, shut the fuck up, pig.
No, when did I say that?
When we were at La Pen Quotidien.
Oh, did I say that?
Yeah, I was like, Jesus.
Well, that was the day I got back from vacation. I was still in
vacation mode. So wait, you didn't eat any sweets on vacation?
No, I mean, if I probably did when I was... Well, I don't remember or something. No, I'm not a fan.
Late night sweets?
No, I mean I wouldn't. I'm a meal guy. I've said it on here before,
dude. So I went to a bachelor party just before the cleanse. In Arizona, we went to go to the Philadelphia Eagles game where they got fucking embarrassed, which was awesome. We looked like 9 losers just sitting there in our Eagles t-shirts, just like being really sad. But the one night we went to get beer because everyone was just fucking beat. So we stopped by the 7-Eleven that was right by the hotel.
Yeah.
And it was pretty late. I was pretty drunk. And I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy a bunch of sweets.
And what'd you end up getting?
Dude, so I don't really remember doing this, but I woke up in the morning and next to my hotel bed, there's just a plastic 7-Eleven bag.
Yeah.
Literally just stuffed to the brim full of Butterfingers.
Oh my God.
Unopened. Didn't open them, didn't touch one.
Good choice, though.
But I spent $30 on Butterfingers.
Unopened. What a fucking waste. What'd you end up doing with them?
I think I just went back, opened a beer, and then fell asleep.
It happens to the best of us.
Dude, day drinking, man. I can't do it anymore. I get tired.
You can't do any drinking now.
It's true. Well, tomorrow, I'm gonna bust that ride out.
So what's your plan here? If you're going to... I mean, so you haven't had a drink in 9 days, and before that, it's been over 5,000 days since you had not had a drink.
Well, what they warn you, they're like, don't come out of the cleanse and just start drinking like you used to, because your liver's back on the same page with you now.
Yeah.
And so once you start pouring that shit in, it's gonna be like, wait a minute, I thought we were off this. So a lot of people apparently get sick the first day because they'll just come out of the gates. So they're like, have 1 vodka soda and then wait an hour and just make sure you don't turn green.
What you should do is...
9 days isn't that much, really. It'd be different if it was a month. I think I'll be all right.
Sure.
I might have a drink tonight if the old lady allows it.
You know what I heard helps after a good cleanse for the liver?
Piece of pizza?
No, you take 4 or 5 pain pills before you start drinking. And
okay.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that, but I'm down. I mean, if you have some.
Well, not only does it feel good, but it helps kickstart the liver for what's going to ensue on Saturday at the wedding.
By the way, so this one news story today that's driving me nuts. Did you see this fucking thing about the idiot singer from Creed, Scott Stapp?
No. What?
You recognize Creed as one of the worst bands that's ever existed, right?
Yeah, and he's like a really, like, they couldn't get along with him, and he's like a lunatic.
He's like a fake Christian.
Yeah.
One of the goofiest singing voices I've ever heard. Like, I listen to him, like, people aren't laughing when they hear this?
That's the voice that you do when you're singing karaoke
As
trying
a
to
joke.
be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. How does it go?
With arms wide open, under the moonlight. It's ridiculous. But there's this.
But he made millions.
The story came out about how he was like on drugs and drunk and paranoid like 5 years ago.
Right.
And he thought he was being chased, and he tried to jump over a hotel balcony, and he like face planted like 2 stories down on another balcony.
Wait, how long ago was this?
This was like 5 years ago, but the story just came out
recent.
because this fuck put a book out trying to make more money.
Right, yeah, which you will.
I'm hoping he's broke, and that's why he's doing it. And apparently, like, he face planted and like smashed his face up, and he was like laying on this ledge. It wasn't really the balcony; it was like a little ledge on the side of the balcony where he could have then dropped like 15 stories if he rolled over.
Yeah.
And the rapper T.I.,
yeah,
it was his balcony at the hotel. And like T.I. came out, and the guy had been laying there for like 4 hours.
Oh my god!
And T.I. came out and like saved his life. Mm-hmm. And so I was reading the story, and I was just literally like, the first thing that came through my head was like, how gangster would it have been if he just shoved him over, just gave him a little tap. And he should have, because it probably would have saved us from having to hear like their last 3 albums.
Creed?
Yeah,
they haven't done an album in like, I mean, it's been over 5 years. It's been like,
I don't know, man. That shit's garbage. The funny thing is, you go to a Anaheim Angels game.
Yeah.
Every single batter walks up to the plate to a Creed song. It's like a weird thing. Like,
seriously?
I swear, it's fucking crazy.
Jesus.
I was like, do these guys just like Creed, or is this like the team making them do it?
No, I mean, it's like they're huge fans of Creed.
It must be. Who do you think was a worse band, Creed or Matchbox 20?
I actually like Matchbox 20.
You're joking.
No, I'm not joking in the slightest.
What?
Rob Thomas, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
that guy sings like a clown too.
Dude, are you kidding me? He's one of the most talented musicians in the fucking world.
Oh man, I can't tell if you're fucking. I'm just gonna assume you're fucking with me.
I'm not at all. I'm 100% serious.
You like Matchbox? You're such a Midwestern idiot.
I do. What band do you like? What's your favorite band from the 90s? Nirvana?
From the 90s? Yeah, I was a big Nirvana guy.
Yeah. I mean,
bands that play real music that don't do like shticky singing,
sure.
like Rob Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, but have you ever
just like the ocean under the moon? It's the same as them. It's crazy talk.
You're an idiot. And by the way, please don't ever compare Matchbox 20 to Creed. Again.
They're in the same book with me, pal.
Your book is full of fucking errors and misinformation. It's ridiculous, your book. I would never read it, and nobody would, except for maybe Gromit.
It's funny. I had this thing stuck in my head for like 2 years when I was in college, and it was just, I think I had a dream that Rob Thomas got the job singing the Folgers theme song. So literally, like my sophomore and junior year of college, I was just walking around going, the best part of waking up.
Now, you know what? I know you enough to know that you're making that up.
I'm not.
And that
I'm not. People were annoyed.
You're just taking. You just wanted to sing that in your goofy.
I was.
And you made that up.
I was dumped by 2 girls because I couldn't stop singing that song.
Yeah, right. That's why. Is that what they told you? Is that what they told you?
It's not you, man. It's the Rob Thomas thing.
Maybe they just didn't like it because you talk shit about all of your friends when they weren't around. And call them oafs.
You're mad that I called you an oaf?
No, I mean, I don't care. You call Justin an oaf to me 3 times a day.
He is. He's a legitimate oaf.
Well, in your book, everybody, your whole thing is that you like to downplay everybody so that you're more like powerful, and you know you're like, oh yeah, you did all right. That was okay. What you did there?
No, you don't know.
When it's like fucking awesome. like Rob Thomas.
You're boring the audience to tears.
Yeah, I know.
With that rant.
All right. Anyways,
well, it's been a while, and it's mostly because you were jet setting between LA and Chicago for a month.
No, it's because you were moving, idiot. There was nowhere to podcast. You had packed it up.
You went to Chicago for two weeks, bro.
Yeah, but we did a podcast on the heels of that.
No, we did not on the heels. That would be at the end.
On the toes.
On the toes.
On the toes. So what's that? What are you doing over there with your? Okay.
Nothing, man.
Just
having some fun.
Clicking your mouse over there.
Yeah, it's weird. We gotta do something to get the vibe right in here. This is the first podcast we've done sitting across from each other at the table.
Yeah,
it's weird being right across from you.
Yeah,
it forces eye contact, which is always awkward.
It really is the thing that made me point out like that you're all bones, because it's just like you're very ghastly.
Really?
Yeah, it's like,
thanks, man.
You're just skin, and then right next to it, a millimeter later, is just a huge bone. There's nothing in between.
You looking at my downstairs region?
No, I would have said tiny bone.
So what else has been going on, man? Oh, your lady got a job.
Yeah, she started work.
That's great.
It's nice. It's really good. It's been. She moved out here, and she's just been at home waiting for me every single day. So for her to be out
and about,
doing her thing, and she loves her job too already, which is great because she was worried about it.
Now, what? She works at a plastic surgeon's office doing
something like that.
Penis transplants.
Well, yeah, close. It's organ procurement, so it's
organ as in mostly penises.
Yeah, they have a safe, like a big vault there, and it's just full of penises,
full of dicks.
Just imagine them sitting on shelves. Ball side to the shelf.
By the way, I'm switching off. Yahoo's not going to be my fucking homepage anymore.
Why?
Every fucking day, there's a fucking Justin Bieber story. There's been 2 different Justin Bieber stories as the main story on Yahoo today.
Was one of them that he threw up on stage and everybody laughed at him?
No, that was like 2 days ago.
Dude, it's so brutal because he ran into a fucking piece of glass. He threw up. It's like everything this idiot does, it's something every 2 days. That's why it's on there.
I know.
He does something. Like,
it's super annoying. Today it was that the fucking weirdos that program video games. I picture the guys who program video games. This is probably a fucked up thing to say, but like I just picture it as being like a football field-sized room of just like little Japanese fellows. Just typing and laughing.
Well, you've seen Grandma's Boy.
Oh, that's exactly what it's like. Yeah. But they fucking created some player that, like, after you play like your 5th season, he gets drafted into your league. And it's his name's not Justin Bieber, but it's exactly Justin Bieber's face. Why do they do that?
You hate pop culture in general.
Yeah, I do. It makes me angry.
You know what else you hate?
What?
Milk.
Yeah. What about it?
I remember one time you went on a tirade about milk to me.
Yeah.
So what? There's a story related to this.
Okay. Do you drink a lot of milk?
No, not anymore. Like, I just stopped. Like, and then I read it was fucking terrible for you, and I was like, oh,
it really is one. And the problem is, as much as I know that it's like one of the biggest farces in human history, is like the fact that they created a market for this shit,
dude. For some shit that comes out of an animal's body.
Here's what
disgusting.
it was. So cattle industry, obviously, it makes sense. We eat other animals, whatever.
Sure.
And the cattle farmers, like 100 years ago, just looked at each other and went, I think they had a meeting. They're all drinking big glasses of mead. And one guy just goes, "Hey, I know
mead."
One guy goes, "I know this is gonna sound crazy, but what if we could sell the white stuff?
My God!
What if we could just sell that?" And they're like, "Yeah, yes, let's try and sell that shit."
And the one guy's like, "Oh, it's that semen, man. You gotta sell that shit to the."
And they created a market. The FDA was started by the Dairy Farmers Association.
I know.
And ever since the FDA has been in for like 60 years, the head of the FDA has always been
endorsing
also
milk.
A dairy farmer
and endorsing milk. It's
course.
everywhere. Like on TV, it's still to this day fucking commercials about milk.
Well,
Do
and-
more people
yeah.
need to know about fucking milk?
I know kids learn in school still like drink like 4 glasses of milk a day.
Which is fucking absurd, by the way.
Dude, half a cup of milk literally destroys my stomach for a month. And I don't even think I'm lactose intolerant. Like,
You know what, though?
what?
It's good news for you.
What?
Genetically engineered cow makes anti-allergy milk.
All right.
I think there could be hope for people like you with the stomach problems. With milk.
It's not that it's anti-allergy milk. It's more like we're the only species that drinks another animal's milk.
Here's the thing too. Like
Nothing else in nature is out there like robbing a tit.
This genetically engineered cow
Yeah.
making this anti-allergy milk. Think of how far we have evolved in the milk pushing. It's out of control. They are now genetically modifying like cows by a process called RNA interference. So they're just like shooting them up with shit that fucks with their genes.
Oh, they've been doing that for years, though.
But for milk, it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
I know.
Because they want more people to drink milk. They'll fucking push for anything, man, to get it.
Well, they also
anything that profits, dude. They'll just fucking
So there's something called BGH, bovine growth hormone, that this company called Monsanto created like fucking like 12 or 14 years ago. And it's really, really bad and we shouldn't be consuming it. But it allowed the milk that we drink, those cows have been treated with bovine growth hormone unless you buy organic milk.
sure.
But those cows produce 12 times more milk than a cow in nature.
Jesus,
So like they shoot them with this hormone that just makes them these milk machines,
dude.
So it's clearly it's not even a natural version of the product that we already shouldn't be fucking consuming.
No, and dude,
They don't eat dairy at all in rural China, and
Yeah.
people there live to be 90, and there's never been a case of diabetes.
yeah,
It's crazy.
it's not. It's milk.
Yeah, I
it
know.
really is. I mean, it's crazy when you the way that you just put it regarding milk. Like before, like what was it? The 50s, the 40s, before they started pushing milk.
Yeah,
Nobody fucking drank milk.
I know.
So just only like 70, 80 years ago, or whatever, 60, 70 years ago, no fucking milk anywhere, really, And then all of a sudden you have this whole picturesque like ideal of like the 50s and the milkman and the glass
and
fucking
the milk mustache. The crazy thing is like
mustache.
I mean, I don't want to get too like political and
No,
ranty,
yeah,
but a crazy thing that surprises me is like the government subsidies that subsidize school lunch programs, like in poor areas,
Yeah.
where like the government basically provides the food for the lunch.
Right.
The main food they push is milk and cheese. Like the government cheese, like the government cheese
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
It's really because they do provide a shitload because the FDA subsidizes that program to get people hooked on it.
Sure.
But it's mostly in areas with lots of minorities.
Right.
So like if you go to New York City, all of the schools that get the lunch subsidy are basically the black schools. 90% of African Americans are lactose intolerant. So you have all these kids going to public school just being forced, if you want the free lunch, you're
Yeah.
being force-fed milk and cheese, and they're fucking lactose intolerant.
Jeez,
and then
man.
instead of going, wait a minute, all these kids are just sick to their stomach,
Yeah.
they just diagnose them all with ADD because they're all like running to the bathroom to like play splattergories.
Well, no, I mean, you see what it is, man. Again, not to go on the political rant. The lobbies are pushing, man. You got the Dairy Farmers Association pushing for the milk, giving all the people who are allergic to it or can't handle it fucking diseases, making them sick, and then they're just going and getting fucking medicine from the pharmaceutical industry, man.
It's a whole thing, man. It's a whole thing.
But I love
the problem is, goddamn cheese is so good, man.
Oh my god, dude! There's so many. There's not more of a variety of something than cheese. Like you
I
can.
know.
There's a
And
cheese for everybody.
I like every variety.
I don't like Swiss.
Really?
Not a fan of Swiss.
Love Swiss.
Yeah, it's weird. You know what I love though? You know what guess what my favorite cheese is?
Probably feta or mozzarella would be my guess.
No.
For a fat pig like you.
Well, no. I mean, all cheese is fat pig territory, but
That's true, yeah.
Munster.
Huge Munster fan. Just
Yeah.
rediscovered my love of it like a year ago.
It's weird because some people hate it.
It's kind of like a frowned upon cheese. You know,
It's
I
really-
think it's like the orange side.
I like it. It gives it a little passion and fire.
I eat the orange part right off.
the fuck do they even get that orange on there? Like,
I have no idea.
How is this cheese made? What are they like?
You know what? Whatever they're doing with the orange stuff, I would like to just get a full brick of the orange. I think that's basically just called cheddar at that point. But yeah, Munster is like, I think Munster is kind of like seen as like a peasant's cheese.
A peasant's cheese, eh?
But man, is it good.
Well, I was going somewhere with that, though. I was going to say, I can understand. I never understood how people liked Swiss. And then one day I realized that Munster is also a very pungent, like weird tasting cheese.
Is it?
Yeah, and I've met several people who hate Munster, and I was like,
That's
oh,
weird to me.
That must be how I feel about Swiss, because some people fucking love it. I think it's gross.
I get hating Swiss. I get hating blue cheese, which I actually am not that into.
Yeah, blue cheese. I mean, it's mold. Blue cheese is mold.
You're just eating a brick of mold.
You really are.
The funny thing is, you give me a little blue cheese, I'll eat it, and I'll eat the green part and not think twice. But like, if I take a bite of a piece of bread and then I see like mold growing on another piece, I'll like drink a gallon of Ipecac.
Stop using big words.
You have actually no idea what Ipecac is, do you?
Well, I mean, I'm assuming it's something that combats mold in your stomach.
No, it's something you give to like a child if they eat poison.
Oh, it makes them puke.
It makes you puke instantly.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't even know where you can get it. I want to get some. That would actually be a funny prank.
At work.
Yeah, just go around with a little Ipecac.
Just pop it in the water filter.
Yeah.
The Brita or whatever the fuck it is.
God. What else?
Well, I mean, you know, we have the election going on, so I don't think it's too far off that we're talking, because everybody, you know what's fucking crazy?
People have been very political this week.
I mean, like, I never noticed it, but like there's a certain point in your life where all your friends start getting political, whereas nobody gave a fucking shit, and then like over the course of 2 years, it's everybody. And now with Facebook, you know all about it.
I literally almost quit Facebook today because everyone was just posting about the debates last night. It's like, shut up. You don't. And everyone last night was like, hey, what bar? People were posting like, what bar are you watching the debates at?
Yeah.
It's like, come on. I knew you 3 years ago when you were like, you know, climbing around on a bathroom floor looking for a quarter to make a payphone call. Now you're like all sophisticated.
Well, man,
I don't know, man. I just don't give a shit.
Well, you know,
I don't know. Romney's scary to me, but like, I just don't even care. I just want it to be over with.
He's terrible, man. I mean, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I never noticed it before. You want to know what else I noticed recently?
What's that?
That's
you couldn't see your penis when you look straight down anymore because you're so fat.
No, I noticed that there comes a point in life when
here comes some philosophy.
And I never realized this. You're not told that there's going to come this point in life where all of your friends are getting married. So at some point, it just starts to happen. And it's like 1, and then 2, and then it's like 5, and then like another 4. And it all happens within like a 2-year span.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Well, people hit 30.
Sure.
And then that
But the thing is like, I realized, like, you know, when I was a kid, I was like, why the fuck is everybody so like concerned and worried about money? Like, you know, and I like, even until just recently, you know, I was saving money. But once you go through that period where you spend all this money on these weddings, you start like now I'm bitter. Like whenever I have to spend money, because I've just gone to 4 weddings, well, 5 in the past 6 months.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I do not want to spend money, and anytime I have to, I get fucking mad.
Yeah, it's because you have the forced expense. By the way, like a wedding essentially is a cash grab, if you think about it. So you're spending money, first of all, potentially renting a tux, airfare, hotels.
Oh my God. You got to fly. It's the
Bachelor or
worst.
bachelorette party, so another airfare and hotels.
Yeah.
Wedding shower.
Shower.
So you spend all this money on all that stuff, the bachelor party, the wedding, getting there, a new suit, whatever it is, a new dress if you're
the wedding party,
and then you
the
have
tuxes.
to, on top of it, buy them a piece of china or a blender.
Oh yeah, I mean,
the gift.
I
Sorry, I thought the gift was the $2,000 I've already spent.
Yeah, I mean, it's absurd. I usually just give 100 because I'm realizing that I'm not going to do that anymore.
Are you giving cash?
Yeah, just cash 100.
Okay.
But just because I thought that was the easy way. But now I realize everybody has these registries, and you just go on and buy them like a $30 piece of shit from like wherever. And it's like I could have gotten away with that over like the last 4 weddings. Damn it.
Yeah, I just give an envelope of cash.
I know, right?
It's just easier, man. Because I think people
more expensive though. That's what I'm saying.
No, by the way, man, I mean, I know couples. I lived with a couple that got married.
You know couples. You are a couple.
I lived with a couple that got married, and they know how much everything costs. And they kind of keep track, and then they know how much to give you at your stupid cash grab.
It is, dude. And what's
so just
up
give
with
them an envelope full of fucking cash, because they don't even unpack half the shit that they get. No. Because they're running around a store going, because you go, okay, I'm going to register a Crate and Barrel.
Yeah.
They hand you a little gun, and you run around and you just click it. Yeah. And so you walk around Crate and Barrel. Probably the first half hour you're going, let's just pick the stuff we really want. Okay,
sure.
We really need a KitchenAid stand mixer because, you're going to make fucking pumpkin bread at Halloween once a year. All right, so let's get that. Okay, click that. All right, what else? How about a new set of pots and pans? All right, we'll click that. Then a half hour's gone by and you've only picked 2 things because that's all you really fucking have room for in your house.
No shit.
So then the next hour is you just walking around going, all right, fuck it. Yeah, new forks.
We need these towels.
Yeah. So you're clicking shit that you don't fucking want or need, and it's just most people I know that have been through a wedding have an entire closet in their house dedicated to the shit they've never opened from their fucking wedding.
Hey, and I was just going to say, like, it's such, again, like, with the unnecessary spending nonsense. Because, like,
mental.
You just said, like, people keep track of it. They keep track of what you got them. And so then they're, so that they can go spend money fucking on what you want. Like, it's ridiculous.
And it stems from a tradition that's just not valid anymore. People used to get married when they were 17 years old. This is where the gift came from. Because it was people that had no money or means to start their own life. So you were like giving them a gift to help them go get started.
Yeah.
Now it's just giving people who already have everything they need more shit that they were never going to. You would have fucking bought it if you wanted it.
Well, there's something to be said for, and don't flip out, but
I won't.
Having a ceremony to do, like, to solidify something, like some kind of
right.
Some change or whatever in somebody's life, does make it like more real and more like tangible, regardless of what it is. But I mean, the marriage thing is just fucking, like, it used to be like a ceremony and people got together and they were like family.
Well, and it was also
like,
2 families coming together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and now it's like, who's, what's she wearing? Like, what's her dress? Like, you got to get your fucking, your makeup done in a room for 4 hours, like all the women before. And it's just like, geez, man. Like, I thought it was just about, like, bringing 2 families together,
now
and getting wasted.
Well, now it's who can throw the more outlandish party.
I know.
It's a competition. Who has the Vera Wang dress? Oh, it's a Vera Wang. Oh, it's a Vera Wang. Who has the sillier, more whimsical little party favors when you sit down at your thing? Oh, I got a bag of jelly beans.
Well, has it always been that way? Am I short-sighted to think that it was ever any different?
No, I mean, take traditions that started back when humans, their existence was completely different.
Sure. Yeah.
Before we had farming,
oh man,
mass
showers. Just imagine fucking after you and the lady.
Well, that must be what it's like for your girlfriend every time.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, like, you as a man having sex with a woman who hasn't showered ever in her entire life and she's like 14.
But I feel like anytime you watch something that takes place back in the olden days, everyone was just had like insatiable drives. You know what I mean? Like, you watch Game of Thrones and they're all like, bring me a whore.
Yeah. No, I mean, definitely, I think so.
Bring me another whore.
But you think, like, I think though there's the must, like the gross smell that comes, the must that comes from, like,
you could not have put that more grossly. Fucking filth.
The
shooting
fungus that grows between one's asshole and their ball. No, but the must, like, there's something, I think that, like, as much as we clean everything off, and Adam Carolla put it the best the other day. I was listening to his podcast. He goes, so you basically shampoo your hair and you just wipe off all the oils on it. And then they sell you conditioner, which just puts it all back on. And he's like, that's like a car that waxes itself naturally. and then you strip the wax off and go and buy this stuff called wax and put it back on there.
It's not like that at all.
Really?
I thought you were going to say it's like washing your car and then just sprinkling it with dirt again. That analogy would be closer to
what? Well, it's not my analogy. And
yeah, I think you may have misquoted.
No, I didn't. I didn't at all.
I'm pretty sure.
Now I gotta fucking put it on here.
It made no sense.
Now I literally have to play it in the podcast.
Play a voicemail. I know we got a bunch.
Oh, we do. We have some voicemails here.
Hey guys, love the show. Got a question for Big D. I mean, obviously the question's for Big D. Not sure why anyone would ask Retep a question, being that he's a big fat idiot. Retep's the kind of guy, really, who would, start P90X, then quit after 2 weeks and go back to choking down his fat man beverage of EL fudge cookies. He's also the kind of guy who'd probably cheat at racquetball and get angry when you called him on it.
Ooh,
anyway, Big D, the question is, you use the word nifty a lot. Wondering, I think a lot of folks want to know what that means. Can you explain? Thanks.
Hold on.
It is
before
funny
you
that,
answer, nobody fucking knows or cares. Just FYI.
But
you know what?
By the way, he called you out on a few things that are dead on true.
Well, I mean,
you did start P90X and stop.
You cheated at racquetball when we were playing twice.
No,
you did. You cheated.
Bro,
you cheated.
You literally can't fucking count. You got psycho like the Hulk. You started turning green and ranting and stomping around the racquetball courts where I was like, all right, fine, you're right. By the way, because you were acting like a psycho.
No,
I was like, he's going to probably like hit me with his racket.
All right.
So I just go, yeah, you're right, fine.
Granted. No, you did.
You were acting like a spaz. I gave you the point.
You never said, okay, fine. And also,
I gave you the point, though, because I was like, it's not worth it. He's drooling all over the court. I'm going to slip in a puddle of his green drool.
I mean, it's common knowledge that people get really defensive when they're lying. So. Especially
Are you kidding? Even the caller knows that you cheated.
By the way, who the fuck is this guy? Like, how would he just know these things about me?
He probably works out at the same gym.
He was watching us play racquetball.
He was spectating.
He clearly sounds like some idiot from New York.
Yeah, not quite right, but your Chicago accent's very beautiful.
But what the fuck is that?
That's what everyone in Chicago talks like.
Beautiful.
They're like, hey man.
Hey man.
Yeah, that's exactly what you sound like.
Hey man. That's not what I sound like. I'm doing a voice. I'm doing a voice.
Was that you doing a voice?
Hey man. I'm doing a fucking
voice.
That
sounds like your buddy Pat Man. Hey man.
Pat Man's Come on, dude, Pat, he's mildly retarded. Don't fucking don't say shit like that on the air.
Nifty is a thing that has started when we were like 12 and has now grown into this.
We or you?
Me and my group of friends, and most of us live in LA now.
So you and your sister?
I don't have one.
Oh, so just you then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you ask like 4 of my previous jobs where I had a sick sister and needed to miss a week.
Just carry on with it.
It just means Nifty just means like I swear to God, like I'm not lying on this. I'm telling the truth.
Okay.
And you can't lie on it, and you lose credibility. You have something called Nifty credibility.
Okay.
So if your Nifty credibility is 99%, you're good. Like you're known not to lie on Nifties. You get caught lying on a Nifty, your Nifty credibility goes to shit.
Well, so now what?
So that means you can never really tell an outlandish story, even if it's true, because people are going to be like, yeah, you're a known liar. You're a known Nifty liar.
Well, so here's the thing. So then you're saying that one whose Nifty credibility is low is not to be trusted ever? Or like, is it just...
It's a tough thing, and that's your incentive to always stay true to it.
True to the Nifty?
Yeah, because once you're caught like a confirmed lie on it,
okay,
you lose your Nifty credibility. So then you'll be like telling a bunch of people a story, and people will be like, Nifty? You'll be like, yeah, Nifty. And they'll be like, yeah, but your Nifty credibility is like 50%, so fuck off. We don't believe you.
You're a fucking nerd.
We had one friend who lost his Nifty credibility. He peed our other friend's bed.
Okay.
And he like brought the sheets down in the morning. We were staying, this was like over Christmas break.
Right.
And the mom was there, and he was like, I need to wash these. I threw up. Right?
Right. But
so he claimed he threw up. And the mom, like we were all like hanging out in the morning. There was like 8 guys there. And the mom's like, hey, you peed the bed, right? You didn't throw up. He's like, no, I sat up and I threw up between my legs. She's like, no, it was clear and it smelled like urine. It was definitely pee.
Like she doesn't know what pee smells like.
And so he's like, Nifty, it was pee. And so like she just kept hammering him like this 60-year-old woman.
Yeah.
And then finally he admitted
that it was indeed.
And so a year goes by.
Right.
And he had no Nifty credibility. So it's to the point where he couldn't even tell a story.
Yeah.
And so finally we came up with a solution that you get a one-time deal.
Okay.
Where you can get your Nifty credibility back, but you have to take welts.
Okay.
So what that means is that you have to stand in a doorway shirtless, and everyone gets to open hand slap you on the back as hard as they can twice.
So did this actually happen?
Yeah, so he took welts and he got his credibility back, and 7-8 years later, he's still got his credibility.
So who actually came up with Nifty then? Like
It's
who's the founder?
Not even
of
worth
Nifty?
talking about because everyone claims it's the same thing as like.
Do any well-known famous people use it?
Yeah, absolutely. There's some circles. It's taken off because it's a useful tool. So we have some friends here who are actors.
Swear to God? I swear on the Bible. Things of that sort.
Because
I feel like it's already been covered, is all I'm saying.
Because anyone can say that, and you just go, well, I don't even know if you believe in God.
Anyone can say Nifty and not give a shit.
But it's like a fun, useful thing, but it has taken off in some celebrity circles.
Well, so this idiot who called, like, was he involved in the Nifty or something? Or how does he even know about Nifty?
Because I've said it on the podcast a bunch.
Okay. So you're saying that this random person is actually he must
be from LA because he saw a racquetball match.
Well, yeah, he saw a racquetball match, and he must have seen me in the middle of a P90 video through my window, just give up and like go in the bedroom.
If he lives out on the west side, I see that being very plausible. He was passing by your house on a leisurely stroll,
yes.
Probably walking his dog.
A little too leisurely.
Saw you doing P90X.
Right.
You got winded within 10 while he was still walking by.
10 seconds, were you going to say? At least say 10 minutes.
As he passed the kitchen window, you entered the kitchen, flipped the light on, and popped a DiGiorno
a microwave
into the
Taco
oven.
Bell, a microwavable Taco Bell taco.
Yeah, exactly. Here's a funny thing that it's kind of right up your alley.
Okay.
Good story right now.
Like
2 buddies banned from an all-you-can-eat spot.
Why?
And it just says, 2 hungry friends' regular feasts finally prompt a restaurant owner to kick them out forever.
Why? What, did they just eat too much food?
Yeah, they were going mental.
What? Wait, were they doing something offensive or wrong?
No,
or were they just eating too much?
It was a Mongolian barbecue place you could get for about 12 pounds, $19 if you want.
Okay, all right.
And this guy, George Delman and Andy Miles, they've been going there for years, and they each would eat about 5 plates a sitting. A normal person would go in there, pile 1 plate real high.
Yeah.
And that's like the all you can eat.
Sure.
These guys were doing 5 a sitting. They've been doing it for years, and they were finally just like, nope.
Are there pictures of them?
Yeah. What do you think they look like?
I think they're twigs, just tiny.
No, they're 2 moon-faced, like just piggy-looking Brits.
Like
that's brutal. For years, they're eating this place,
losing so much money. These guys are.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, though. Like, let's say they did that, but then they were also in there buying a couple drinks, tipping the bartenders, being friendly with the staff. Mm-hmm. They're probably just like 2 sweaty smell bags.
Sure, and I mean they've been coming in there years. It's like, we're humans. We make social bonds with people. If they were going in there for years, eating 5 plates of food, like, I mean, they must have been just fed the fuck up with them or something, and let them like.
I bet just. Probably, you get to the point where you just go, I can't watch these guys walk through the door again. Sit there for 3 hours. They were also probably doing the thing where on like weekends they'd go in at lunch and stay right through close.
Right.
Eating like 10 plates.
Just eating forever.
Yeah.
Just not and then taking a plate home.
Mongolian barbecue.
I mean, so something happened. I mean, like
they've just...
No. In real life, in reality, aside from the story, like they did something, the owner got mad, and they had like a fallout.
My guess
They've been over there for years.
This place's business model is probably like, if you eat 2 full plates, we
once a year.
Yeah, if you eat 2 full plates, we still make a little bit of money.
Sure.
If you get a 3rd full plate, you win, we lose.
Yeah.
90% of our clientele just gets 1 full plate and pushes it away.
Yeah.
These guys are doing 5 each.
Yeah. I mean, how do you think this story even broke? Like, is this what...
I love that. That's my favorite type of story.
Who's breaking this kind of news? Like
some hardcore investigative journalist.
He's just like, I mean, that really stretching for news. If they're reporting on that.
Nothing going on in England this week. I think I'll look into that Mongolian barbecue crisis.
You want to do another voicemail?
Sure. You got another one?
Yeah, we got 2 more. 200 more.
Boom. More like it.
Cocktails and kimonos, what's going on? Hey, this is, we'll just say my name's Wayne Pleasant. I'm a longtime fan of Retep, a new-time listener of the podcast. But I thought I could shed some light on Retep's manifest destiny, if you will. The reason he moved out west. As you know, he's a Chicago native, born and bred. But let's see, about 3 years ago, it would have been July of 2009, we embarked on a trip together out west, which we emphatically named Transcendence 2009.
Hang on. Pause this for a second. How did you take a road trip with this guy with him talking that slow?
I don't know what his deal is. He usually doesn't talk this slow.
So you're sitting in a car driving from Chicago to the West Coast with that guy, and he's just like, let me tell you about my childhood.
No, it was one of the best vacations.
Takes him a full. You crossed 2 states before he finished the story. All right, play the rest of it.
Retep was at a crossroads in his life. He hated his job here in the city, and we decided to move west in a 10-day extravaganza of debauchery, drinking, drugs, and scenery, driving, you name it.
Jesus Christ, this is a mess.
You might think that Retep moved to L.A. to pursue a career.
All right, pause it. What's going on here?
I'm going to tell you, I have been listening to the voicemails before this, but I didn't listen to these ones.
Nice producing.
You told me you fucking...
He sounds like a perfectly nice guy. He does have the exact Chicago accent that I just did, by the way.
He's not from Chicago, pal, you stupid.
So where did you meet him then? You've only lived in 2 places, you pig.
In college, which is not Chicago. Anyways, I guess we'll continue this.
In video editing, which he's quite talented at, but you would be wrong in that assumption. Because I, for one, know as a fact, he moved to L.A. for the $39 tranny blowjobs on Sunset Boulevard.
There you go. He took a little stab at you. By the way, I love that he thinks that the trannies, number 1, are on Sunset. They're on Santa Monica. And number 2, he thinks they're doing like Walmart style pricing.
No, he's
$39.99.
He knows because it's an actual story. That's why.
What's the story?
Everybody
trying to find out.
What? Anyways,
so you actually,
I was solicited by a prostitute named Cheyenne or Shia LaBeouf. I don't know, one of the two.
It was Shia LaBeouf
and
playing Cheyenne.
I was outside of the Settle Ranch. He was inside, literally just faking an English accent.
Cheyenne?
No, my buddy who just placed that call.
All right.
That was his whole game, by the way. He had a British accent,
and
believe it or not, legit chicks from Britain called him out on it.
Yeah, obviously, that's your worst nightmare when you're doing that.
And so, so he ended up just hitting on him for about 2 hours, and then we're all like, "Let's go," and I go outside, and they just weren't coming out, and this chick just kept coming up to the car, and
Cheyenne.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell if she was a guy or if she was a girl. And, that's it.
Did you let her in the car?
No.
So, fact you did, pal.
So anyways, we have one more.
So it sounds like you did.
Or we have We have one or two more we can do here before we run out of time.
All right. Go ahead. Go aheed. Go ahead, pal.
Go. What are you doing over there? Can you talk while I'm looking here?
How long does it? You see, if you pre-screened these, then you would know which ones to play rather than just randomly clicking through the thousands.
Here we go.
Hi guys, my name's Bruce. I've been listening for a month now. I'm out of Chicago. I knew Retep back in high school. Just love the show. I'd love to get a guest spot on every show for maybe like 20 minutes. I'm Bruce. You know, you could be like, it's 20 minutes with Bruce or something along those lines. Anyway.
I like the sound of that. All right, well, let's set that up.
It's a couple more seconds.
Not really gay.
Oh, you're doing a gay voice?
I pretend to be gay so I don't have to get married.
You must have heard the podcast.
But I'm getting married and there's no stopping it. Patrick, I need your help. But I hear that women slam the doors and get mad and then you just go down to like all of us.
What was that? What did he say?
Let's listen to it one more time just at the end there.
But I hear that women slam the doors and get mad and then you just go down to like all of us.
That's great. I pretend I'm gay so I don't have to get married. And he goes, but I'm getting married and I can't be stopped.
I think he was making a reference to the slam door incident from the podcast.
What was? Oh, yeah.
And then he says, and you will.
Well, do you
he
have
basically says you're going to give in like all of us do.
Well, Bruce, I would like you to email Retep your contact info because I would love to do a chat on the next podcast with Bruce. He sounds like he's broken.
Yeah, I mean, it could be.
He sounds like a broken man already.
Yeah.
He hasn't even gone through with it yet.
It's tough because the advice you did give our listeners on how to get out of marriage, it's long-term advice. You have to be in the relationship and you have to have started it at 6 months in.
Yeah, well, I think Bruce is he seems like a pretty funny dude. I actually was excited to do 20 minutes with Bruce, the original character, before he came out of his accent. But yeah, let's set that up. And by the way, I think people are going to want to hear that.
Yeah, definitely.
If they can hear the fucking voicemails, because I could barely hear it.
Well, I mean, we've only got 1,700 in the live chat room because I didn't plug it. But we'll throw it in the final one. We'll throw the actual voicemail in, so everybody will hear it, pal.
All right,
Don't worry about it.
No problem, bud.
Did you want to? I want to just do before we wrap up here.
Let's wrap up.
Let's wrap up, but I'm going to do one more voicemail. This is a special one.
All right. Go ahead.
I actually did listen to this one.
Dude, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, man. I'm just gonna call him. Retep's friend. My God.
So I'm going to pause it. And this listener just said, Retep's been hit by a car.
Yeah.
And seems to be crying frantically. So I'll just finish this off.
And he's dead, man.
He's dead.
I don't know what to do, man. Call me.
I don't know what to do, man. Call me. What is that?
I don't know. It's a funny story. I played that one because my roommate actually had gotten that on his phone.
Your roommate received that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it says Retep's dead. So somebody called my roommate and said, your roommate is dead.
Why would someone do that?
When I was in Chicago.
That's crazy. Why would someone do that? That's crazy talk. Was that me?
Was that you?
Did I do? I was pretty convincing. Did he believe it or not?
Wait, that was you then?
Of course it was me. Come on now. I have one I would like to play. This was from when you were in Chicago. I want to play this. Let's let our viewers get a little peep into your mind.
A peep?
Hang on. Here we go.
You're a legitimate cock. On a smock.
4 a.m.
Chicken pox.
You laugh at yourself?
What a fucking idiot you are. Man, I've never met a dumber idiot rat pig. You know what's the worst part? If you're condition.
I love. Hang on, I'm gonna pause it. The best thing is that you
remember that at all.
It was 4 a.m. my time, which makes it 6 where you were. Hang on.
My
Here's the
God.
best part: is that you're acting a fool, and then you go. You know what the worst part? Like it's as if you were gonna get all scientific. Let's hear what.
You know what's the worst part of your condition? You know, the fact that you're an idiot and you have Alzheimer's? It's that every time I dial your number, it's a Facebook picture of you from like a year and a half ago where you're like cleaning out your nose while you're in the pool, like not really flexing, but it looks like you're flexing. It's terrible. And you're fucking gross. Ugh. It's sick pig. Get off my phone. There was some way to get your fucking garbage face pig miss off my shit, bitch. I'm a poet. I know. Fuck it. Suck a dick.
It's the funniest voicemail that I have ever heard in my entire life.
I wanted to keep that a surprise specifically for this. I would have completely forgotten because it's so buried. I love you. You know what the worst part of you is? Yeah, let me stay tuned for this.
Yo, can I get that? I need that.
I don't know if there's some way to do it.
There's
some way to do it. Yeah, so that is good stuff. But I saw it that, I had a missed call from you at 4. I was like, he's in Chicago. It's 6. This is going to be a dandy.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. Like 0.
And you also came out of your rage for 1 second when you were describing the picture. You're like, you're flexing, but you're not really actually flexing, but you're kind of flexing. It's just a weird thing to be mad about.
I gotta say,
by the way, you have control over that picture. Just delete it.
I know.
Get off my phone.
I mean, I'm sure I was just bitter about something that had nothing to do with you at all.
You know what you... Where's Mel Gibson over here? Nice job. Mel would be proud.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway.
All right.
It's good to be back. Good to have you back in town. Let's do this again.
It's great to be back. It looks
first,
like,
by the way, first time I've ever done a podcast without a alcoholic beverage.
Yeah.
It took me a minute to get started, but I feel like we did some...
Yeah, we did some damage.
Listeners,
weigh in on what you think of Big D without alcohol, because I, for one, think that he should never drink again.
Thanks. Because I look fit. Anyway, good to be back.
Fat.
New setup, new studio, all set up, ready to go.
Ready to go.
Sorry about that, guys. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Dude, that voicemail's so funny. I've completely forgotten.